Part 2 of Queen of Shadows brings us to Morath, where Manon Blackbeak and the 13 have been stationed at for weeks, waiting for orders from the king through Duke Parrington. Tensions rise when the Duke commands Manon to choose a witch clan to breed with the Valg. Asterin argues with Manon about her agreement in this, and Manon demotes her to third. Manon then meets Elide, a human servant hiding secrets of her own with a severely injured ankle that remains untreated by orders of her atrocious uncle. Manon's sharp instincts tell her that Elide is not just a simple servant. She tastes Elide's blood and discovers a witch's lineage. Manon asks Elide to choose between allying with the humans or witches. Elide chooses to be a witch. The Yellowlegs volunteer to go ahead with the breeding experiment. Manon confronts Duke Parrington about why the witches are forbidden from visiting the Yellowlegs, which makes her wonder what else is happening. She witnesses Kaltain being forced to use her shadow fire to torture a soldier, which raises more questions about the activities in the mountain caves. The Duke reveals that Manon's grandmother is crafting weapons for him. Manon tasks Elide with uncovering the truth about the Yellowlegs witches in exchange for her protection. Elide sneaks into the dungeons and discovers that the witches have been forced to give birth and are pregnant again. They are chained to tables, pleading for freedom. It's revealed that Elide's mother was Marion, the Lady of Parenth, who sacrificed herself to give Aelin enough time to escape the king's men when she was a child. Parrington and Vernon inform Manon of their plan to target the Blackbeak clan next. Manon is summoned to meet her grandmother and the king in Oak Wald Forest to see the weapon that the old witch has been making. The meeting in Oak Wald Forest is where Aelin and the gang show up to rescue Lysandra from the king's hold. Many things occur during this meeting, including Manon's grandmother revealing she knew about the experiments and was okay with it. Lysandra is saved from the prison wagon, and Manon and Dorian have their first interaction. Even though Dorian is currently possessed by a demon, he still manages to flirt with Manon and remember his name for a split moment before the demon eventually takes over. Chaol plans to unalive Dorian since he believes he is completely gone to the demon, during which Chaol runs into the witches. Aelin, for some reason, decides to reveal that she killed Baba Yellowlegs, which of course ensues an epic fight between Aelin and Manon. During the battle, Rowan gets injured, and Manon was about to fall to her end, when Aelin ends up saving her, forging a life debt. Rowan, badly hurt, is brought to a trusted midwife for care. Manon falsely reports to the king that she killed the rebels and learns he plans to weaponize Shadowfire with massive towers enhanced by ancient power-amplifying mirrors. Elsewhere, Elide is imprisoned by her uncle Vernon, who discovers her Blackbeak heritage. Manon gathers more information on Aelin and realizes Aelin is friends with Dorian and must have been there to rescue him as well. Asterin confides in Manon about her past years ago. She fell in love with a mortal, bore a stillborn child, and endured her grandmother's wrath. She urges Manon to defy her grandmother and stop the witch implantations. Lysandra expresses gratitude to Aelin, who surprises her with papers freeing her and Evangeline from their debts. Meanwhile, Lorcan warns Rowan that Maeve will likely want to collar Aelin. Rowan swaps the fake amulet for Maeve's ring, which protects against demon powers. Dorian struggles with the Valg demon inside him getting stronger, but he is clinging to the memory of one word, Manon. The night before the final battle, Aelin and Rowan finally kiss. The next morning, she receives a message from Manon. Which killer the human is still inside him? This completely changes things for Aelin and the group. It's time to save Dorian. Aelin pretends loyalty to the king and leads Chaol to him as a prisoner. The king reveals he knows Aelin's true identity. Meanwhile, Rowan and Adian fight off wordhounds sent by Lorcan, who lied about killing them, delaying their mission to destroy the clock tower. Aelin flees the throne room, pursued by a demon-controlled Dorian. Aelin and Dorian engage in an epic fight where he stabs her. Rowan and Lorcan eventually destroy the tower, freeing magic. Lysandra, now able to shapeshift, helps defeat Valg soldiers. The king claims Chaol is dead, which snaps Dorian out of the demon's control. He removes his collar, and he and Aelin fight the king together. The king reveals that everything he did was to protect Dorian from Duke Parrington. The king was possessed by one of Erewhon's minions after he and Duke Parrington freed Erewhon in Morath. While magic was banned to protect Dorian, the king says Aelin's efforts have unwittingly aided the Valg. Dorian kills the king, shattering the glass castle, and Aelin declares Dorian as the new king. Elsewhere, Manon rescues Elide from Vernon's plans to breed her with the Valg. Kaltain sacrifices herself to destroy Morath, giving Elide a wordstone to deliver to Aelin. Manon, Elide, and the 13 escape. Chaol is paralyzed, so Dorian sends him to the southern continent to seek healing and alliances as the king's hand. Aelin names Chaol as Terrasen's ambassador to the southern continent, tasking him with persuading them to form an alliance with Terrasen and Adarlan. Meanwhile, Aelin, Rowan, Aedion, and Lysandra finally return to Terrasen to prepare for the battles ahead.